Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 30th to June 5th, 2022. This is a general reading, so feel free to take whatever resonates and leave behind for others whatever does not. To get a deeper view into your week, check out readings for your sun, moon, and rising signs. On May 30th, there is a new moon in Gemini. Gemini's ruling planet, Mercury, rules communication and the intellect. Because Mercury isn't retrograde until June 3rd, the week provides opportunities to reflect on prior communications that may not have come across as you had intended. So, we are going to take a look at those themes in this reading. In this first column, we look at what you should reflect on from your past. You have this despair card, and you can see there's an individual covering their head, their forehead, their face, sitting on a crate in, looks like an alley, and in the window behind them it says not hiring. This card kind of indicates a sense of, loss. And it could be related to a loss of a job, loss of a relationship, area, or, thoughts in general, stress. And you have the Nine of Wands, Four of Cups, and the Hierophant. In this middle column, we look at how you can change things for the better. And you have this Faith card, which is interesting because you also have the Hierophant, which can be seen as the Faith card in some decks. It's called Faith. You have the Ten of Wands, Queen of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. And in this third column, we look at the potential outcome. You have this dignified Strength card. You also have Temperance, Four of Wands, and Ten of Cups. So this Strength card here is it's basically about saying that, you matter, you are important, and it can be a sense of maybe you're building up for something. Actually, you're building up for something important, and this despair, having this faith, it really allows for this kind of matchup, this ability to figure out what your strengths are and step into the power where those strengths can be realized. It might not seem that you are preparing for something or have been preparing for something, but this card indicates that you have. I guess the one thing to be aware of is that to make sure how you are treating other people when you finally get your strength, or when you tap into that. So with this despair card reflecting on your past, with the Four of Cups, there is that sense of like melancholy, something where you're internalizing things, not really aware of other things going on around you. Maybe you feel like you were taking on too much, like do too many things at once. And with the Hierophant here, it may be that you were just doing what needed to be done, like the rituals of the day, the tasks involved, or what you thought needed to be done. You were trying to adhere to certain rules for that. So let's take a look at the Four of Cups here. You have the King of Pentacles. So it could be that there was some type of King of Pentacles that you were thinking about or had hopes about. This could be a job. This could be a potential like employer. This could be something that you thought would be setting you up for the future. And let's take a look at the Nine of Wands here. You have the Empress. This is a card about, abundance and being in touch with your environment, your senses. It's a card of sensuality, a card of creativity, nurturing. So it could be that it seemed like there were things that you wanted to have access to, and you felt like you didn't have access to it, that that there were always others that were keeping you away from what you wanted. So let's see what's going on with the Hierophant here. You have the Princess or Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is someone that doesn't want to follow rules, wants to think outside the box, wants to express themselves, wants to explore their potential. So it could be that, really the way that you saw your situation of kind of wearing you down, making you feel like, dull to life and stuck in a routine was keeping you from, the sense of abundance and status and wealth and vibrant energy for life. So here in this middle column, how to change things for the better, this Faith card. And the Faith card typically with the Hierophant is this kind of the concept of recognizing that there's something at work that is, well, there are a lot of things at work outside of you, something that is greater than you. And even though you put in work and effort to get something done, to get something accomplished, even if it doesn't happen, then not blaming yourself and recognizing, there's everything is kind of connected. There's something grander going on, and not to internalize everything yourself. And that can kind of be, I guess, difficult. And kind of trusting that tomorrow is going to be better and just kind of moving on. That's pretty much what the Faith card is about. So with the Ten of Wands, it is a sense of things are heavy. You're really carrying a lot of responsibility. Your energy is drained, but you're still doing it. You're still pushing forward. And to the extent possible, if you're able to, ask for help. Prioritize things differently to make things easier for you, then perhaps do that if you can. With the Queen of Cups, this is a card of self-love, being in touch with your emotions, self-care, and it's really tapping into your intuition. With the Ace of Pentacles, this is like a gift of something new, a gift of something in the material world being offered. So let's take a look at the Ten of Wands here. You have the Ace of Pentacles again. So again, that concept of things might be difficult. Um, you might not have a clear path of where things are going to go, how they're going to lead. But it seems like, the universe is pretty much saying, have faith. This is preparing you for something um, that you can create value with in the material world. Ace of Pentacles isn't, hitting the jackpot. It's a new opportunity for you to actually make something of it. This can be, it's value in the material world, but it also can be a sense of self-value. So let's take a look at the Ace of Pentacles over here then. You have the Eight of Swords, and this is a concept of limiting self-talk. So in a way, this concept of faith um, is more geared towards you and how you internalize certain things. So it might be how you talk to other people, but it is a sense of how you talk to yourself and possibly how you talk to like a higher power, or you know, if you are ever by yourself and kind of grumbling and talking out loud or talking to your mind to somebody, it's that communication. So let's take a look at the Queen of Cups. You have the Star, and that's another card of faith, of hope, healing and balance. And with the Queen of Cups, it seems that what you might not be seeing is that these experiences are really having you gain certain strengths in your ability to be dedicated to something, to expend your energies, to um, deal with emotions, to deal with the changes and fluctuations in emotions. Queen of Cups is a double dose of emotions. Queens are associated with the element of water, and so are cups. So basically, it is really immersed in emotion. And with the Star, um, if you've been feeling that you've got too much emotion, overwhelmed, then make sure that your sense of emotion, your sense of physical well-being balance out. And the reason why I'm saying that is in the traditional Star card, there's the water bearer who's got two pitchers. One pitcher, there's like water being poured onto the land. One pitcher is being poured back into the water. And that's kind of a sense of healing the physical and the emotional aspects, or, the subconscious. However that is, it's a sense of balance and making sure that the healing takes place, in both the physical and the non-physical worlds. And then you come over here to this potential outcome, the Strength card. You've got the Temperance card here. And here is an angel, well, part man, part woman, all angel. 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the land. This is a card of balance. It's a card of understanding that something is not either or. It's a combination of everything. Things are not just up or down, left or right. There is a bunch of middles and sideways and diagonals. And Temperance card is like kind of a recognition of that. Is also a sense of peace, um, and being able to, you know, live in moderation where you're not too extreme in any area. I also consider it a card of um, kind of creating your heaven on earth. The Temperance card comes after the Death card, which is about transformation and loss, um, and it's before the Devil card. So this is a place of zen and peace, and in the you can kind of see it here where the angel is holding two goblets, two cups of liquid, and mixing them together in a way that is, not due to gravity. It's due to something um, greater, a sense of magic, of spirit, of source, um, something other than gravity. And in the traditional Temperance card, the angel is looking at the contents being mixed together with focus and intention, and it basically indicates that something new is going to be created, something from the past mixes something with the present and creating something in the future. And then in the back, there is the, pathway to the mountains with the kind of like a starry sun over the mountains. And that indicates a path where there's going to be some obstacles, but also a new opportunity awaits. So you also have the Four of Wands, which is about celebrating some type of milestone when it comes to your sense of stability and boundaries and foundation when it comes to, um, you know, achieving something important in your life. And then the Ten of Cups is, your idea of happy ever after, how it is you're going to be connecting with the people around you and experiencing life and all the emotions that it brings. So let's take a look at the Temperance card here. You have the Eight of Cups, and that is walking away from things that aren't serving your best and highest good. And that could be, these limiting thoughts, these kind of limiting concepts. Also, possibly taking on too much. Finding a place of moderation, balance. Let's take a look at the Four of Wands. You have the King of Cups. So, for some of you, if you are looking for a relationship, then it could be that these events are kind of setting you up for a situation where you will be able to find your counterpart, someone who is emotionally sturdy, someone who is romantic, someone who is able to take on any type of emotional stress that their partner may be experiencing or their loved ones. So let's take a look at the Ten of Cups. You have the Princess of Swords or the Page of Swords. And this is a concept of being curious about life, about your surroundings, and wanting to learn more, wanting to explore more, recognizing that the mind is very powerful and can kind of make anything happen. Your thoughts are very powerful, and it's almost a recognition of how your thoughts help to shape the type of emotional um, landscape that you can navigate and uh, help you get to where you want to go. So I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective of your week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.